not huge fans of playing against Yoshi because it's such a wonky character to deal with.
In that aspect, Anti is right at home where he belongs. He's breaking the cloud out to fight against mid-tier Summit's own Suarez. And we're going to begin on Smashville. A very comfortable stage for both of these characters and a very familiar sight for regular viewers here.
Yeah, we were sitting there talking about the character picks that could come in from Anti. This is definitely one that we all saw coming, deciding to go with the cloud to deal with the Yoshi, being able to just outspace him with all these great disjoints. It's something Yoshi has a real problem with. However, Suarez currently with a percent lead, and Suarez on a tear really through this losers run, trying to show why he deserves to be up there in the contention for this top 8.
And it's worth noting that Suarez is fairly comfortable in this matchup. Besides the likes of Ralphie, there's quite a lot of clouds that have come out since the presence of the character, and he's always presented an issue for Yoshi. It's one of those situations where it's you switch off the character or you learn the matchup, and Suarez had opted to figure out how to play around this character. While it might not be as historic as a match as Raptor versus Ralphie, Suarez definitely in position to give Anti a hard time.
Trying to read the air dodge low to potentially get that fair, but Anti not giving it to him. He did have limit as well, so he could have opted to go for early climb hazard, but does get the fair into up smash. This is an extremely close game so far coming in from Suarez, but gets hit by the back hit in air, forced to go back off stage and see what Anti does about the ledge trap. Doesn't get it because the platform coming through.
I like how Suarez didn't opt to go for anything too aggressive because it's so
because
dangerous.
He had to follow up with an extremely aggressive option afterwards. Doesn't get it, goes for it again. Look, okay, and he actually just kind of smirked to smile that off.
John Suarez
I get
is
it.
a madman.
Sometimes you got to be a little bit creative to catch people off guard.
Yo,
and he goes for it again.
I'm so mad about it.
Yo, Anti just reared his head back with like the bruh. Really? Did I just fall for that after he just did it? Hey, you know what?
I'm sitting here like kindred spirits with him. First of all, Suarez ducked under the limit blade beam. I wasn't even aware that Yoshi's duck squat actually puts him that low because the hitbox is rather respectable for it. Second of all, he sat there and waited with open arms with that up smash.
You know, this is right now, Suarez needs all the plot armor in the world. This is his tournament to defend as the last rep of the Yoshis, but this is not a good way to do it. You know, Anti finally starting to look like he's getting a little bit of the hang of the way that Suarez is trying to recover off ledge, and he's racking up so much damage for it. Good thing that Suarez was able to tech there because he was potentially waiting for the side B. My goodness, just even in this match back out, though, goes for the Neron Rising, forcing Anti again at the ledge, and he's fading out Anti, just continuing to keep him on the side. Oh, that's not what you want to do, though. Catches him with a couple grabs and decides to fish for one more just out of range, and that is a terrible grab to be whiffing like that. Anti able to get him with the side B and seal that out.
You know, I feel like if Suarez didn't go for as many aggressive options, he really could have had that. It seemed like Anti was struggling with a lot of the oddities of fighting Yoshi, just the lingering hitbox of neutral air, how quickly Yoshi can reposition himself, how well he can linger in the air because of stalling with eggs.
And, you know, I will give Suarez credit. When he did get in, oh boy, did he rack up a lot. Now, he needs to be a little bit more careful on the approach because, as we're seeing right here, one little bit of a trade can lead to a free 30 to 40% just trying to land against Cloud. And Anti ready to take advantage of that every time. However, I will say, the way that Suarez is playing, and the way that he continues to play, I think we might be seeing this for the long haul on this set.
There's a very real possibility of it, but it's all about how well Suarez is able to keep up to pace with this. Anti, like I said, man, he's wanting to tear through this losers bracket. He's not satisfied with being here. He doesn't like the fact that he has to fight a Yoshi, and he's looking to get rid of them as quickly as he can. A limit cross slash is going to end out that stock for Suarez, and with only 66 built up onto Anti.
Nice clean stock for Anti as well, because Yoshi being relatively thick, very heavy, and having Battlefield, that's not something you're normally used to seeing. Seeing him die at a fresh 100, but that side B right at the ledge, Suarez being a little bit too comfortable with his recovery. Anti's going to take that every time.
Jeb winning the down tilt and getting the tech read. He's going to continue this. He's not going to end it off with the forward smash, though. Would have been quite a bombastic finish. Yeah,
that's about the third time that he's gone for an air dodge read attempt that Anti's just refusing to give to him because he's realizing, like, look, if I give that up to you, I'm probably going to die. And he has done a great job of reading Anti's tech chase options, though, so I'm looking forward to seeing him maybe read a jump and go for a nair or an up air to potentially seal out a stock.
See, here on Long Island, we constantly have to compare Suarez to Raptor. It's just impossible not to do otherwise. They talk to each other. They play each other very often. They play in the same brackets incredibly often. So it's easy to see their differences as players. And where Raptor is world-renowned for his patience with Yoshi, Suarez has built up a dynasty with his aggression.
Yeah, but you know what? Today, Raptor had his chance, but now it's the Suarez show. Suarez is trying to show exactly, again, why he deserves to be here as one of the remaining contenders and one of the few Yoshis still left in this. He is certainly behind in a decent deficit here. And giving up that air dodge, doesn't get punished for it, though. Anti able to still get the nair, force him back off stage. But if he could get a couple up tilts to lead to a decent string, all of a sudden we got an even game.
It's a bit difficult for John to get his combos going just because of all the rage that's built up onto Yoshi. And Yoshi with rage is potent enough, but not at these percentages. It's going to be messing up how Yoshi can build up the percentage at that. And Anti has done such a good job of bunkering down and controlling the stage. Not able to get the kill just yet, but a back air is sure to seal the deal in game 2 is going to go into Anti's favor.
That's the second time that Anti caught him kind of sleeping a little bit on his recovery, just standing still, waiting for him to get too close. He already blew his jump, so there's nowhere he could really go. He knows that he only has a short length on that up B where he can go, and he's most likely going to get a trade before startup. So Anti playing the recovery game very well. Suarez doing well in center stage, but he needs to keep himself as far away from the offstage game as possible the way Anti's played those last 2 games.
He's opting for game 3 to bring us back to Battlefield, a stage we already know that Anti's able to perform well on with Cloud, and a stage that's traditionally very good for Cloud. It's worth noting that this is a comfort pick of sorts for Suarez, as he also performs very well in this matchup on this stage, and we're starting to see why.
This is a comfort pick for Yoshis in general just because of the combo game they get off of these platforms, and we're seeing got just so much pressure that gets exerted by that down air, and you're just forced to have to hold it all. Not close enough to be able to maybe go for an attempted shield break, especially with that limit there to trying to push him off. Tries to go for the fair, but air finally gets an air dodge out of Anti. Doesn't give it to him, and able to get himself back to center stage.
Suarez is looking for the Twitch clip we've all been waiting for. Egg into forward air is the premier way that Yoshi has sealed so many fates here on Long Island.
One of the few things that Yoshis have made money on throughout their career in this game is definitely that fair, and he hasn't really been able to get that so far. Good defense coming in from Anti, doesn't catch him, potentially jumping off the ledge with the fair.
One thing that needs to be acknowledged out of how well Anti is playing this set is how patient he's been with Limit. We just saw the first misuse of that in the entire 3 games we've seen thus far of this set. But he's done such a good job of holding on to it, just on the off chance that Suarez is threatening his position.
That is also the 3rd time, though, as I was talking about before, where he has stood with his back to the ledge, just waiting for him to do something. Luckily, Suarez came in and just sealed it out right there, so didn't let it get out of hand. But Suarez needs to be a little bit more creative on his recovery because Anti has kind of got the read on it right now.
I mean, Suarez came into this bracket guns blazing. The fact that he's even here fighting Anti is a testament to his skill as a player. And the double egg leg, the vintage Suarez.
Going for a 3rd one, too. They're trying to style on him a little bit for the crowd. The crowd getting a little bit excited after that. But Anti just slowly racking up this damage. Suarez trying to find his footing again.
Anti's doing such a great job of being able to trap these landings, force Suarez back and forth from ledge to ledge. And look at the damage that it's built up. However, Suarez doing a good job of making use of it. It's bringing Anti all the way to the top.
You know what? Like I said, all he needed was unstring just to even this back out. We're looking at a dead even percent. Now, he does have limits, so he does need to be very scared of that. But Suarez is doing a good job of slowing down the gameplay now and outplaying Anti in center stage. Oh, that's a bad shot. Nice fadeaway, though, to get that fair. And back Anti off. Again, has to go to the ledge.
He's going to opt to jump off stage, try to make use of the armor from Flutter Jump, but Anti doesn't threaten it. These empty hops doing such a good job, and Anti finally catching the back air, and just like that, Anti takes a 3-0 over MTS Suarez.